welcome to the Diconium Talks 2021. We have divided today into 3 topics. To begin with, we're going to take a look at the current and most important trends in digital commerce.
Yeah, where are we now? We are now still in the pandemic. We saw a tremendous growth in e-commerce.
I think we all feel like e-commerce jumped to the other side. It was like in just a few weeks' time, we arrived in the day after tomorrow.
Worldwide, the share of e-commerce rose from 13.6 to 18%. And therefore, companies have to go into e-commerce.
If people get a superior product, they're also willing to share their data.
And where does commerce happen so far? It's e-commerce with online shops and apps, and then it's retail stores. And we really believe that conversational commerce and chat apps will become the 3rd big pillar of commerce.
You know, every purchase we make as consumers starts with a conversation. And the bigger question is then, how can businesses actually be part of that conversation?
In China, when you start thinking about new things, you start from the new, while we in the West actually think the other way around. We start from the old and we take all our old restrictions with us.
Now it's time to rethink our strategies and to look at how we're going to move into the future.
Growth means engagement in digital channels, but it includes also the organizational change.
If you are an organization who has got already data governance, you could easily infuse AI governance into it.
One of my highlights this year was talking to so many founders, really inspirational and really considerate when it comes to how they incorporate data in their business models.
Great thing about getting this data and all the analytic insight is that you can really use it with other creative disciplines.
AI and machine learning has a lot of potential. It is here to stay. It's not going anywhere.
So the first step in data-driven marketing, capturing clean and consistent data is still a huge challenge for a lot of companies out there.
It's all about the ecosystem. It's not that you can do something completely by your own.
And this is exactly the point which we have to change right now, create more connectivity and more convenience in using or entering in the different mobility offers, I would say.
While on one hand, it's very fun to project 30 years in the future, and that's what you see with a lot of concept cars, but there's no basis in reality.
Public transport also need to become much more innovative. So more public transport is good, but more of the same is not good enough.
Sustainability is often about making trade-offs in design and anything really, and ensuring that the maximum benefit is being achieved for the customer, for the product, with the minimum losses from the system.
If you're an innovator, you need to think hard about, the basic human needs you're tapping into, why you're making what you're making, and what the unintended consequences of what you're making will be.